You say that to all the social media platforms. Haha. Good morning. It is Pete Cohen here. Super excited to be here this morning. This is going to be an unbelievable week. I'm very, very privileged, and I feel very honored to be able to work with people like you from all over the world. Please let us know who's going to be the first person here this morning. First person in this morning gets something very special. Let's get to. There we go. No, we don't want to say that. That says hell. Hell. There you go. Let's bring someone's comment in this morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Casey. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Debbie. Look at everyone coming in, firing in this morning, getting ready to immerse themselves in their own personal development. It's absolutely amazing. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Carmen. Happy, beautiful day to you. It was great to see you yesterday. It always is. You always fire me up. Here's something you can think about, right? How many of you would like to be a candle or a bright burning fire? With a candle, it's very easy, like we spoke about last week. Good morning, Mandy. With a candle, a wind can extinguish a candle. But a fire, it's very hard. A wind can actually light a fire up, and that's what we have to do. A fire will eat up everything in its way when you have a burning desire. And that's why Napoleon Hill, in his best-selling book, Think and Grow Rich, spoke about developing the starting point of all achievement is a burning desire. So I ask every single one of you, let's get fired up. The reason some of you aren't as consistent as you could be in showing up here every single day is that you maybe don't have a big enough burning desire to move forwards in the direction that you want to go. So we thank every single one of you. We really appreciate you. We would love it if you could share this, because we know that the world needs to know this information, especially what we're going to be sharing with you this week. One of the things that I am committed to becoming is the best possible coach I can be. I am more fired up about that than I've ever been in my entire life. It was great to see so many My365ers in Scotland at the Change Your World event that Susie Beaumont put on. We have our event, the My365 Summit, happening on the 23rd of September. There is nothing better than coming together. This is brilliant. And I cherish the opportunity to work with you guys on Instagram, you guys on Facebook, to be here, to be a part of your life. I cherish it. I honor it. I respect it. I treat it with everything, that is authentic to me. But there's nothing better than face-to-face, And I know some of you are in Australia and America, and it's not always possible. But I believe anything is possible. That's one of the things that I learned from my mum, that we look at the word "im," and then we just possible. Let's just cross that out. What is impossible? How many people thought something was impossible, but they still decided to go and do it anyway? Did you know that people said that if man traveled over 30 miles an hour, their head would explode? Did you know that people said that if someone ever ran under a 4-minute mile again, their head would explode? That people don't like it when they often see people changing. People don't like it when people have a big idea and they think that person's getting above their station. But what we're going to be looking at this week is such a powerful thing. I believe this is going to be one of the most profound weeks that you and I spend together. If this was the only thing that we ever worked on together, the only thing, I believe this is going to have the biggest impact. I believe if you tune in every day, Monday to Friday, and you watch, hang on a second, I've just realized something. I haven't actually shared this, so there you go. That's one of the reasons why. So there you go, too fired up, too in the groove. Get into the groove. And they say that the first sign of madness is talking to yourself. Really? Is it? We all talk to ourselves, right? Right now, I'm talking to myself. Let me share this. Share on my public page. And then once more, and see? Even though I've done this every single day, I still forget sometimes to do the thing which is the first thing I should do. But I'm only human, right? And I'm not perfect, and you're not perfect. No one is perfect. You see, one of the challenges that we all face right now, as I'm sure you all know, is distraction. I spoke about this morning, that we live in a world today where, years ago in the 1970s, you could watch BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, 3 channels. Then there was Channel 4, then there was Channel 5, then there was Sky, then there's Netflix. it's very easy for all of us to just get way too distracted. And that's me. I'm still like a little child. I have to pull myself back consistently to work on what is important. And I challenge you to not try and get, if you're looking at self-improvement, don't go too wide. You know, one of the things I'm doing is I'm bringing everything I've ever learned, everything I've ever shared to impart with you, so you can come on this journey to self-improvement. Self-improvement, you probably know, is going to be your biggest achievement you've ever had. Now, when you look at drive and you think about, okay, so where are we, this week is all about drive. Now, what I mean about this is inside you, right, here you are. That's probably not the best color to use. I have got that big pen that you sent me, Cheryl. I just need to bring it upstairs, right? So this is you, right? It's a great picture. This is you, right? This is you are today. What is driven you to this point in your life? And what's driving you forwards? Okay, the ultimate point in your life is when you're not here anymore. Rest in peace. And hopefully you will rest in peace. Rest in peace. But what is driving you? Now, what I'm talking about is, what are the emotions that drive you forwards? You see, it's your internal state. For most people, what drives them is fear, right? Does that make sense? We live in a world that says, look, I'm sorry, you, the way you are, you're just not good enough. This is one of the key messages that the world is trying to give you. This: you're not good enough, so you need to do this. Even on YouTube now, you click on YouTube, in many cases, a video will pop up that's basically saying, you're not good enough and you need this. Now, I'm sure many of those things are really quite useful. You know, like, I don't know, so many things that you can buy, things that you can wear. You're not good enough, so you need this. So what drives many of us is fear. Fear of not being quite good enough, fear of, well, we're comparing ourselves to other people. Now, when we look at this, don't look at it as right or wrong or good or bad. Be curious. Be curious. Does that make sense? Be interested. Be fascinated. If you want to be, oh my God, I am so driven by fear and I always have been, that's probably not going to help you move forward. Because no matter what has got you to this point here we are today, 10th of April, the 4th, 2017. You know, what do you want to drive you forward? This has been your petrol. This has been your fuel, you know, and I'm sure it's not all been about fear. You probably had some joy. You probably had some, I don't know, but what's driven you away? Most people are driven away from things. I don't want that anymore. I want to move away from it, but it's still being driven by fear. Does this give you a picture of where you have come from, right? See, no matter where you've come from, you don't have to go back. And this is why when we talk about becoming anti-fragile, right, and all of the techniques, whether you're watching me for the first time today, right, you can watch all of the broadcasts we've ever done. They're all here if you really want to. But it doesn't matter if you're starting today. So say, well, what has driven me forward? I mean, what drove you to watch this morning? What drove me to get up at 4 o'clock this morning and go to work on this is my absolute burning desire is to get to this point in my life and have impact the lives of 100 million people. And I can't do that on my own. I need you to help me do that. Why do I want to do that? Because I feel that that's what I'm here to do. So you might want to write these 3 words down. They're big words. They're very important. I don't mean big words as in, you know, philanthropist, you know, like some psychotherapist, some really supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Is that a word? These are the key words. It's your purpose, it's your mission, and it's your strategy. Your purpose, your mission, and your strategy. Everyone's got one. Your purpose, your mission, your strategy. Your purpose might be to, you know, provide for your children. Your mission to go out and work and bring money in. Your strategy is to, you have a job. We're going to flip this around. But the first thing, I'm not saying like leave your job. The first thing I'm asking all of you to do is to become aware. Whenever we look at a subject, this week is all about drive. So by the end of the week, I want to help you develop a drive that moves you forwards in a way that is really in alignment with who you are. So rather than being driven by fear, you're driven by excitement, you're driven by enthusiasm, you're driven by passion, you're driven by an authenticity of this is who I am and this is what I'm about. So many people in life, you can ask them, what's the purpose of your life? What's the meaning of your life? These are deep questions. I like to ask, what are you passionate about? What are you inspired about? And who are you? Who really are you? What sort of a person are you? What's really important to you? So today, on the first day of 5 days, it's really important just to become a bit more aware and think, you know what, in my life of how old I am, what has been driving me forwards? And do you want fear, worry, doubt, jealousy to continue to move you forwards? It's either yes or no. You can never stop fear, but we can definitely manage it, and we can definitely awake something in you that is far more powerful. For many of us, we've been living by someone else's rules. And you just took the rule of someone else's way of moving through the world, and you literally just digested it without you didn't even swallow it. You didn't allow it to make sense to you, because what we're going to do is help you create your way of moving through the world. Does this make sense? I haven't really been looking at anyone's comments, so this is so talking to me this morning. Yeah, absolutely. Just remember, don't take any of this personally. Okay, this is not personal. Well, it is personal, but don't you take it personal. Just take it as this is interesting. This is information. You know, this is your life, and you get a chance to work with someone like me who is seriously committed to helping you be the best that you can be. So some of you now will go, or you'll go back into the past, you know, and go, yeah, well, which is okay. What has happened to me that's made me be who I am? But who do you want to become? Who do you want to become? And in order for you to become that person, what is it that needs to drive you forwards? Does this make sense to all of you? I really hope it does, because you deserve this information. Someone needs to have this conversation with you, not now, but right now. And if you want to be driven by something that's important to you, you're going to be facing these. You're going to be facing these. They're called obstacles, right? You're going to be facing obstacles along the way. But if you're driven by something powerful, by inspiration, by authenticity, you will eat up those obstacles like energy bars. Yes? Let's go forwards. Let's go forwards just today to become what has driven me. You know, so what, you know, do you think you're the only one who's been driven by fear, worry, anxiety? Do you think you're the only person in the world that's had trauma in your life, that's had real tragedy? That's a word I struggle to say. And of course you're not. It's like, where are we going now? We don't have to be our past. Our past doesn't have to be our destiny. Our destiny can be whatever we want it to be. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Obstacles make me stronger. Thank you very much for sharing that. Guys, if you haven't shared today's broadcast, please share it. You know that someone will watch this and it will change their life. We already know that that's happened. It's happening every single day. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mandy. Wise words. Appreciate you guys being here. We will see you tomorrow, where we will look at tomorrow Drive 1.0, Drive 2.0, and Drive 3.0. Drive 1.0 is like a horse and cart. Drive 2.0 is like driving, I don't know, a mini Metro, a Ford Fiesta. I'm sorry if you've got a Ford Fiesta. Drive 3.0 is like driving any car you want, a 4x4, a Ferrari. It's driving you in the best possible vehicle that can drive you forwards. Take care. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tom Heron. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Nat Davies. Immerse yourself in what we're doing here, because this is real, my friends. This is real. In fact, let me just do this, as I like to do this sometimes. Goodbye. Say goodbye to everyone on Instagram. End video. Let's just do a quick summary. We'll do a quick summary on here. So here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is day 1 on Drive. And we are looking at what is going to be driving you forwards. Thank you so much for everyone that's joined us here this morning. This is a real opportunity, as you probably know, to change your life. Everyone says they want to change their life. If you really want to change it, it's going to take a bit of work, right? Everyone knows that. It's going to take a little. If you want a reaction, you've got to grow. There's nothing better than growing when you're growing with like-minded people, but you're also growing with a coach, a world-class coach who's showing up here for you every single day, sharing the best information. So this week is all about becoming aware of what has driven you in the past. And for many people, fear has driven them in the past. If we want to move forwards to a life, at the end of our life, we will think, what do we want the legacy of our life to have been? Let's decide today what is the emotion that's going to take us forwards. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Much love to all you guys. Rock it. We'll see you soon. All the best. Ta-ta. Sayonara.